Hello, besties. Your Father Weaver. Thought I'd do a little blog here because it's been an interesting week. I just started filming a video about this. This is my plan for next year. Um, all the yellow things, all the orange things are developmental edits I got to do. So each one is like a book or three. All the blue ones are when I'm writing, and basically I'm writing the next book for the next 90 to 120 days. Then I start writing the next thing. Um, and then all the purple things are the things that I'm going to be doing in person. I'm obviously going to add more to that, but this is going to go on my wall in a minute. This got interrupted like 5 times trying to film it, so might refilm it. Who knows? But that is life when you have small kids and they're doing the thing. So in case you think I'm looking gorgeous today, it's the beard. Hold on. Turn on my specific light so you can enjoy the gloriousness of my beard. Um, yes, I'm feeling good today. It's one of those days you're just like, I don't know what day it is between Christmas and New Year's. I'm just here. So, little update. I just did this. This is a perspective drawing from Drawbox. That was fun. Actually started a folder. I was inspired by one of my friends. Like here are some of the recent exercises. This is ellipses. This is funnels. Ellipses again. Just going down the exercises. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of doing scales when you're singing or when you are practicing guitar. Like you do scales before you start. Like this, these exercises look like that to me. And like this is a current drawing. I tried to draw Gino really badly. But it's fun because I'm enjoying myself. And then this is here's a perspective drawing from the 21st when I went to go get my car fixed. Which now that I just did all this perspective stuff work, I'm just like, oh, okay. So this is going to be where I put my main work. So half the work for that is supposed to be just like fun times. The other half is supposed to be like the serious work of learning perspective. So like this is supposed to show you using 2-point perspective, like how to draw a box. So I'm enjoying that, but this is not really an art channel. Eventually, I hope to be able to make some good art for my friends and just be like, hey, you don't need an AI cover. Let me draw you a quick one. Because I spent money on getting my Christmas present, which is a drawing. Bada boom, bada bing. And let me see if I can bring up something here. So when you have children, they do these things. I don't know if it's really visible. And it's adorable. And then you draw like a yak. Or let me get a TV drawing. And drew this, colored it in. But like you can see where I am right now. Like I'm not gonna wow you away with my work. Mostly I'm just drawing in ink, line line. But I'm enjoying it, right? And that's kind of the way that I think you should approach like your creative craft. Is like if you're not enjoying it, like you're probably writing the wrong thing. If you're writing romance, but you don't read romance, like every time I encounter an author who doesn't read, I'm just like, how are you? Why would you want to write if you don't read? But there are people that do that, or there are people that they enjoy reading once, but like now they read very slowly, and it's difficult for them. But that's kind of the message I have is like you have to kind of do the basics to do something, right? Like I could do some scales on the guitar. Let me just grab the guitar real quick. Just do like a normal scale right here. Let's see if this goes well over the audio, but you don't. I haven't played in like a day, so I would warm up playing that the same way that I'm warming up with some of these like exercises they give you, in the same way that I'm like, you just need to write, and that is kind of like the whole thing. Like, you don't need to write a short story every day. You don't need to write like, just write your 2,000 words, your 150 words every day, and work within that. Right, that is the way to get better. Is you just keep doing it, and if you're enjoying doing it, you'll do it more. Right, it's that slow dopamine of like, I've learned how to play something. I've learned how to draw something. I've drawn Genu, gotten pretty good. I drew a chibi figure that was pretty good. I mean, like, if, am I going to write a manga tomorrow? No, but I am having fun, and like, it completely sidesteps the everyone on the railroad needs an AI cover. If I just say like, hey, here's a manga cover, it's okay. When you're ready, commission somebody better than me, or maybe I get good enough where I'm like, pay me $1,000 and I'll draw you a legit anime cover. I don't know. Um, I would probably do a sliding scale. I'm a nice guy, but this is not gonna be a long vlog. So this next year, it's gonna be a lot of developmental editing. I've got one that I've been sitting on for a long time. I need to do, and I just need to go through it. And that is my new goat, my new thing. Because I would like to start releasing some of these books. I'd like to finish some things, and like having Caravan out, Magic Wagons is out. Like, it's fully done. It's out in the world. I don't need to do a single thing to it anymore, unless I decide I want to write a manga based on it, right? Then it's a translation, which is a whole other thing. I need to do a video on that. But so it's kind of the end of 2025. Been kind of a dumpster fire, and I want you to have a better outlook on 2026. So keep the faith, right? Keep moving, right? Don't have any 0 days, and you'll do better, right? There's nothing like saying like, okay, well, I had a terrible day, but at least I wrote 100 words. At least I wrote 2,000 words. And like every day, I'm just like, am I gonna get to 2,000? Okay, yeah, I made it. Great. And now I can go to sleep. Now I can go do whatever. It's such like a weight off my shoulders. It's like, okay. Um, it was kind of like the 2,000 words now is like the way that the gym was when I first started training for the military. It's like, you got to go. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what your opinions are. Like, you just have to go. And 4 times out of 5 is you're not gonna. It's just like gonna be like punching a clock. But then like over time, you develop into something that's like great. And that's the same way I feel about writing. It takes time. You gotta work at it every day. And then over time, you're gonna be like, I'm the way that I was at the beginning in 2024 to now, it's unrecognizable, right? Like, I'm now just like, okay, what's happening scene? Bam, scene. I'm not like, there's no self doubt. There's no just writing. Um, and that's the same thing for all these other creative endeavors. Like, you're going to go through a period of time when you're just like, I'm just putting the effort in, and it's not going to feel like the outcome is great. And it sucks that you're like not instantly great. But if you don't quit, that's where this happens. All this. That's where the Kickstarter with the awesome thing happens. That's where all good things happen. But if you quit when it's hard, you'll never get past it. So like, you're allowed to quit. If you're like, hey, I've been at this for like a while, like the Tenacious D song, like, show me the thing, and then we'll judge if it's good or not. But like, don't quit your day job. Try it out. Don't be like those guys on the self-publishing somebody like they're like, I've never written a word before in my life, but I'm quitting now to pursue my dream. No, I don't read. Really. And then let me end with this one note. So posted something that kind of like lit a fire in the self-publishing community this week. Somebody was posting about how to get people to read their father's book, who was like dying and he's like got terminal cancer or whatever. He released like 3 books on Amazon, and I'm just like, I'm sorry your father's passed, but like the biggest thing you could do is he's looking for validation, and he's looking for, and I'm sorry, this is about to get really heavy. He's looking for validation, just like we're looking for love and validation from our loved ones. But this person is just like adamant, like they're not a reader, they don't read things, and I'm just like, either you're illiterate, right, or you're going to regret not reading your dad's book while he's alive. And like this is obviously an adult daughter of a father, and she's like, how do I market this book? And we're just like, if you cannot even bring yourself to read a book, you should not be marketing it. Full stop. Like, he wrote this book at the end of his life. The least thing you could do is to read it, watch it, right? Like, enjoy it, right? And then talk to your father about it while he's alive. Like, he wrote a 3-book series. But like, the fact that they're coming to the self-published subreddit where everyone's a reader, and they're just like, if you don't want to read this, like, why would you even? If you're not going to read the book that you're recommending, why would any of us read it? So I'm gonna leave you with that. Like, if one of your family members just asks you to read their book, just read it. At least give it a shot, right? I'm not going to bring it to my family members because they're not my target audience. But like, if mom wants to read Imagine Wagons, go right ahead. I will bring you a copy. Here you go, mom. So just think about the way that you're presenting yourself and the way that you're just like thinking about your legacy. Like, okay, am I really the person that when my father asked me to read his book, I did not even consider it because I'm not a reader? Think about that, right? Like, if my dad's like, hey, I wrote a book, I'll be like, great. Listen to all of his plays. I've listened to all his music. It's fine, right? He's in his 70s. Love the guy. I've read my mom's. My mom wrote a music workbook. I'm like, this is great. You should do a second edition. And she's like, I'm putting it off forever. But like, that's her thing. If she wants to do it, she's great. Um, little Weaver Lord drop there. So it's going to be 2026 soon. Hopefully, I have a video about this soon, so that I can go over my planning process. Usually involves an Excel spreadsheet. I did this so I can kind of like add little notes, and then every little thing I got added there, like the cover reveals and the arc readers and all that, will be added. But just think about like, hey, if this is really important to somebody, and that person is important to me, you could at least take the time to learn how to read. I'll leave that with you.